Subscribe to AmpCode and ring the notification bell to get the latest content.
Hello and welcome back. So this tutorial is nothing but a hands-on tutorial about Apache Kafka Connect. So here we are going to have a CDC system which nothing but consumes the data from the Excel or a CSV files which you have and write it into the Kafka topic. So basically we have a code which is nothing but does this integration. So we have a Python code which pulls the data one by one row at a time, so that if new data is present in a CSV file, then it will automatically get picked up by this code. So it is running it infinitely. So once you start it, it looks out for the new data and then updates it into the topic. So basically we have simulated this real-time scenario using Python, because Python is pretty understandable and easily readable language. So let's start with our left hand side, which is like the producer side. So this is nothing but our Kafka producer script. The main file is nothing but have like our CSV file. So we have the merchant file, the transaction file, as well as the customer file. So this contains the data about the merchant, different transactions and their customers. So let me just show you one file here. So this is like a merchant file which has like a merchant ID and a merchant. It's pretty simple, and you can get all sorts of data from the Kaggle itself, or there are so many platforms where there is a test data set present for thousands or maybe millions of rows as well. So you can just go ahead and download any file, and you can just simply give the index path as well. So we have like kind of failure mechanism for this index, so we can just ignore that. And also we have like the merchant topic, then we have the transaction topic, where the data will get dumped into the system, will get dumped into those topics. So I'm not going to explain every bit of a code. It's all about Kafka and not the Python, so I'm not going to explain this code to you. It's a pretty simple workflow. Basically all you have to do is we have to kick off a producer class and pass some arguments. So this class is already present in the producer here. So we have the producer which is expecting like the topic details, topic details, the path, which is nothing but the host name and everything. So what it does is it gets the data from a CSV file, arranges it into a required format like a key value pair, and then dumps it and then writes it down to the Kafka topic. All it does that. So basically all we can do is, once we kick off this job, these files are present in the C directory, in the C drive data directory. So if you go into this, you can have like the customer, merchant and the CSV file present. So we'll pick the data from here and also look out for the new records. So once we got the data, it will write it back to the topics, so their respective topics. So without further ado, before kicking off this code, your Kafka should be running in the backend. So what I mean is, in the previous hands-on tutorial, you already know how to kick off your Kafka service. So in one command prompt, I have the zookeeper running in on my system. So as you can see, the zookeeper is running in and waiting for us to get started our work. And in the other terminal, I have our server, which is Kafka server, kept running. So I'll just keep them on in the background, because otherwise nothing will work. Our Kafka should be up and running to kick off this job. So once we kick off this, all it does is it will just write the data into these topics. That's all you have to understand here. So I'll just execute this, and there you go. The message has been published successfully. So it is, the current row number is 1. So it will also give us like what type of data, on what row we are on, and also store it in the index file. So you don't have to worry about this mechanism, you can totally ignore it. So as you can see, the data is good to publish and the message published successfully, and we are also getting this. So as you can see, we are having like the merchants updated on our merchant topic. So as you can see, it is getting updated. So I'll just stop this execution for a while. So before that, our data is getting consumed on the topics. So to show you this, I can just go ahead into the C drive and maybe go into like the Kafka. Then we have like the bin, the windows, and we also have our consumer present. So in one file we have like the Kafka consumer, and we can just get the data for merchant, maybe merchant topic, merchant underscore topic, and we can just go ahead and kick off this file and see if the data is getting ingested or maybe write it down or not. So I'll just open a command prompt here and just hit dict. So we should able to get the data here. So as you can see, we got so many records. We got like 7 records already in our system. So which means that our merchant topic is successfully published with few records. So from CSV, it is picking up rows one by one and then publishing it to our merchant topic. So let's work on merchant topic itself to get you clear understanding of the end-to-end workflow. So you may ask what really we can do about this data, right? We should integrate it with our another, which is nothing but a source or a data warehouse. So here we are going to use another new technology, which is Neo4j. So basically, if you don't know about Neo4j, it's a graph database which stores the data into like the nodes and relationships rather than a key value pair or a relational database. It's a NoSQL database, or we can say a graph database which stores the data with vertices and the edges. So I'm not going to go into much detail, but I just want to explain you how we can integrate it using Kafka Connect. So to first get started, you should be having like Neo4j desktop installed on your system. It's a pretty straightforward procedure. You can just go ahead and just download the software, and the installation is very simple. I'm not going into any detail of Neo4j more. I'll just show you once you have it running, kept and running. So basically in Neo4j, I already have some database lying around, which is recommendation. So all you have to do is just start the database, but before that you have to make some configurations. So here all you have to do is just make sure that in the plugins you have the Neo4j streams plugin, which is installed on your system. So as you can see, it is already installed on my system. You can do that as well. And after that, here is the database. So here I already have a database. So to create a database from scratch, all you have to do is just go into the add, click on local DBMS, and here you can give the name of the database and the password that you need, and also you can choose the version. So basically Neo4j streams is not available for the newer version yet, so you can choose the older version as well. So I'll just cancel this because I already have it in the older version, and the Neo4j streams is also installed. So I'll just go ahead and click on this, then open the folder, and I'll go into the configuration of Neo4j. So this will vary database to database. So I'll just go ahead into this conf. So here we have to create another file, which is streams.conf file. So I'll just hit new, and you can just maybe give a text document first. So this will be like the streams.conf file. So here we are going to just open this file, and here we want to paste some properties here. So basically we have the properties as like the stream source enabled equal to true, stream sync enabled equal to true. Then we got a Kafka configuration, and here we got our topic, which is merchant topic, and this is the create query, which creates the nodes, or else we can say it as create records as you create in the relational database into our Neo4j. So I'll just quickly just get this and paste this into our streams.conf file and just save this file. So there you go. This is all the prerequisite you have to do. So just once you do all these changes, I'll just start the database. So I'll just continue it and start the database again, and start the database. And once we push the data into the system, it will able to get it in real time. So the data will be ingested in real time, and you're going to see it all in action now. So as you can see, our database has been started. So I'll just open this database and see if the nodes will get created or not, or else it may also created the nodes which we published, the 7 records that already have in the Kafka topic. Let's see that if it has created that or not. So as you can see, we don't have any logs here. So we'll just push some data in real time, and let's see if the Neo4j is able to get the data into Neo4j. So we'll just go ahead and trigger this file. So as you can see, it is getting published into the Kafka topic. Let's see if it is getting created here or not. So as you can see, you have the merchant nodes here. So here is the 8 number. So 7 records were already there, and here the 9. So 8 and 9 records are published. So as you can see, we got the number 12 is also published. So the data should be present. I'll again hit this query, and there you go. You got the data in real time. So we got 8, 9, 10, 11, records present. So here we got a merchant ID, and here we got like the merchant name. So this is very fun. So this is how it is getting created in real time. I hope you enjoyed this. So here we have built an end-to-end application. So this is an application which picks the data from a particular source. So in this case we have used CSV files and ingest them into the Neo4j, so that a data scientist or data analyst can go ahead and dig out into this using the cipher queries, or else the data, or else the graph data science algorithms. It's totally up to them how they want to process the data. But here we have built a platform for ingesting the data in real time here. So this all about this lecture. I'll see you in the next one.